should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is up top.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now, while there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, with the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton. And
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close. The Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift strength.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like those guys are scorers.
Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Junior's out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Houston, they've got Smith. He's out there with Porter. And it's Tate in at the 3.
And when you watch Anthony Davis, rare versatility. Hard to think of anyone in the league who matches up well with him defensively.
No, not at all. His length, his athleticism, and when he's healthy, he's an MVP-level producer. A good guy, and I just like the way he's now starting to win.
And when you said being healthy, that's kind of everything for him because we know he can do it when he's feeling good.
If he's not healthy, he's just a good big man. But when he's healthy, he is probably the best in the business.
And in fairness to him, let's remember this is the first time he's played on a team with a champ. I think that's helped to change his mentality.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's his first foul. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding how to send shots.
And that one's good. Drummond.
An elite offensive rebounder. Drummond judges shots, trajectories, and so well. I mean, just great hustle.
And here's Smith. Outside Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Smith outside. When you watch the NBA for so long, what are some things you find that make successful front offices in this league?
You can't be lazy. You got to get on the road.
You guys aren't lazy.
There's some guys there, I'm telling you. Can't be lazy. You got to be on that road. You have to understand. It's easy to see kids at Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky. But have you gone to Europe yourself as a general manager? Have you gone in the mid-major level and then at games when there's only 1,500 in the stands but there's Paul George playing? Like, have you found him? That's not lazy.
And the thing is, he's calling lazy, honestly, is big. And the other thing you got to be, quite frankly, you got to get lucky. You got to get a Kawhi. If you got to get a Young. Or you got to get a superstar caliber player that allows you to build around. Otherwise, man, it's going to be a chance.
And it's Junior missing.
He's lucky his team
there are still a few traditional style point guards left, and they're sure fun to watch.
Yeah, you still got Rondo. You still have MyCareer. Yep. Obviously CP3. These are traditional point guards. Still got LeBron. He's a traditional point guard. He passes first. So it's still fun to watch.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
That is what LeBron does. No one challenges the heart of the defense more than him. Impossible to stop him. He is that deep.
Porter passes to Wood. 1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. Good D by Drummond. Here's Junior. Misses the three.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Now, here is Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Wood kicks to Porter. And it's sent deep by Drummond.
He knows he
Lakers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. The NBA definitely is a global product, and at the same time, Commissioner Silver reaffirming the league's American values of free speech. Some people off guard, perhaps. It's not always easy, is it?
Well, he's got the most difficult job. He's got to give the commissioner a lot of credit for staying true to who he is and what he feels the league is about, and able to tell that story to the world, and not just here nationally, but internationally.
Sacrifice money that was coming into the league for values that he thought were important.
Bottom line, freedom is not free.
They've got Porter. He's out there with Smith, and it's Tate in at the power forward position. It's the 5 for Houston right now. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Oldham.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Trailblazers, got the job done. He added 27 points. All game long, he seemed like he couldn't miss from outside the arc, converting many times from distance. He performed really well. I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against him.
Yeah, well, he made it look easy last time out. I mean, he's in sync from the get-go. You see those take that rhythm to
It doesn't go for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Well, they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
A lot of people think the separation is still exists, but I myself, I want to see what happens in this first game before I make that call. I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game. The points are starting to come.
1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Nailed from three-point land.
He's got 6 points from beyond the arc in this quarter. I mean, for the game, he's got 9 points from deep.
The elbow shot is on the way. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kenny, always fascinating to get your take. We sure appreciate you coming by.
Man, it's great to be here, man. Thanks for having me, man. Happy to be here. This is the best studio show up top, but we got the best down here by the bottom.
Are they paying you well? Are they paying you well?
Not as well as y'all. I tell you, not as well as y'all.
And C-Web, what can you say? Kenny Smith never one to pull any punches when he's talking about basketball. Or anything, for that matter.
Yeah, definitely. Such an integral piece of the team. That was a key Olajuwon championship teams.
No problem knocking that one down. Porter's got his second bucket of the night.
But his offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Junior, he had a 27-point outing in their last game against Portland. Pass to Drummond. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Schroeder dishes to Davis. Okay, we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Junior really making a difference here.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
This was a huge bonus for this team. They weren't expecting it, but they will absolutely take it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Junior, and it's Drummond in at the center position.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
Smith against Schroeder. And it's Smith finishing it off.
I'll tell you what, he just brings that Mamba mentality, if you will. When he's got a chance to attack the rim, boy, he just goes to another gear.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. It's always existed. And the reality is this.
What's up?
Here's Wood. He's got 6. Pass to House. He dishes it to Smith. Looking to end the run. And then Smith with the dunk.
So, Smith has one of the best first steps I've seen in a long time. This guy is outstanding in terms of how he explodes.
Ball's not loose. Caldwell poke with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Junior. A three-pointer off the mark.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
House the pass to Smith. To the paint. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
On defense, the Lakers.
Pull the trigger!
Passes it to Gay. Shot clock at 6.
Oh, man, the dunks that Gay flushes home are what he's best known for. A relentless athlete who just flat out gets it done.
Fires, high post. The Rockets pull it in.
Oh, their movement is good. They get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers. That's the art of rebounding in a nutshell. Box out, project round, and all in the mix.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Rudy Gay. Gordon is out there with Dennis Smith. And it's Tate in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. First one falls for him.
Well, I think Junior's big X factor has always been his natural ability. It seems like there's nothing he can't do and no upward limit to his athleticism.
You know, Chris, every season we see teams in a given game or series. They just don't seem to have that same energy. What are some of the reasons teams fall flat?
Well, I think sometimes, the stakes are a little bit higher in the playoffs. The other teams playing hard. Some teams never got to that level before. Some teams, let their guards down at times. Then you try to turn it on, but you're already on the ropes.
Gordon with no one around.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Stolen by Gay. And here we go. Here's Tate. No good on the fast break pull-up. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Rockets trail by 20. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, it doesn't take long for Gordon to get the hot hand. He loves getting to his spot and capitalizing.
LeBron passes to Junior. From past the arc. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
And there's the pass to Tate. Just 5 on the clock. Over James. And the shot no good, a bit short. Lakers leading by 21. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
James is a workhorse down deep. When he's close to the basket, you better wrap him up.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And the Lakers call time here. And a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to have any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because now I think they're on to something. We could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching some. And that one's good by Davis.
Showing some intensity there. I like how Davis attacks the offensive glass, comes up with second chance baskets.
Now here's Porter. He's tightly guarded. Schroeder against Smith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And have to be very careful when you're on Smith Jr. He doesn't back down from the contact.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
There's Junior. And it's off from three-point range. It's trailed by 20. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 20. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Junior.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D-Day play deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
Here's Junior. LeBron passes to Junior. Lets it go with a 3. That shot off. And it's Houston the other way.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Lakers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Junior.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Smith, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And whether he's stepping back or spotting up, Smith Jr. is a threat to score, especially from the mid-range.
Yo, whose man is LeBron?
James kicks to Junior. There's the three. Good, and the assist goes to James. And the Lakers lead by 21.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's good for 2. 11 seconds left in the fourth. Schroeder passes to Junior. There's the triple. Count it.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for watching the...
Alright guys, I'm gonna hop off, cause I'm getting ready to go to school, and I just wanna chill for a sec before I go to school. If you guys are new to the stream, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share on those notices. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Be live for about a couple hours, and then I'll be going over to my grandpa's. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.